Hello, hello. Welcome to our podcast. I'm Kat Galarraga.
And I'm Gabby Coburn.
And this is
Besties Unfiltered.
Hi, guys. This is Thursday after Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, Love Day, whatever you want to call
Love
it.
your dog day,
Yes.
everything. So welcome back, and thanks for coming back to listen to us, and happy Thursday. I feel like we're still in the month of love, though. Even though Valentine's Day is over, I still feel like, okay, let's keep the vibe going, keep the love flowing.
Let's do it.
Right?
There can never be enough love around.
Yeah. And, you know, after Valentine's Day, I wonder how it is, or you can let us know, but, like, do you feel that, like, okay, you put so much effort into Valentine's Day, then after it's kind of just, like, blank and, like, blah
That's
with
so
the relationship?
true, yeah.
You know, do you have that do you keep that momentum going? Or is it like, okay, that one day's over, done, put my feet up on the couch,
All
watch a
right,
movie.
bye. Had enough love.
Had enough love. Had enough love, right?
Well, some people aren't affectionate too, so it's different. We have different love languages. So some people can be super affectionate, some people just aren't, and they'll show you in different ways or their own way. So I just think it's kind of funny that there's different chemistries and languages between either friendships or romantic relationships.
Yeah, so that's, you know, what we're going to talk about today is really how to spark that chemistry. Whether you're in a friendship, relationship, or in a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know when to spark the relationship as well as how to spark it, and just kind of keep living life and live life to its fullest.
Or when to know that spark is gone as well.
Yes, which Kat will probably talk about that since
I've dealt with many of
she's
that.
dealt with that in the past. I have too. It's just been a while for me on that part.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll start off with, okay, so how do you know when you need to spark, when you need to ignite that fire?
Yeah.
How do you know? So for me, it's kind of when you feel that you're in a routine with your partner, or I'm going to stick to the partner for right now. So when you're in that routine and you feel like nothing has changed in a while, and you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it and you're like, something's off, something's not fun, it just feels very mundane and boring, maybe, then maybe that's your sign. That's your sign to, okay, get your lighter and think of a plan.
Get your sparkler.
Your sparkler. If you want to be cute, you get your sparkler. If you want to be feisty and sexy, you get your lighter.
Get it lit.
Get it lit. Let's light it. And that's how you kind of know, okay, something needs to change.
Yeah. Well, I'll go off on the friendship. I feel like sometimes you know when a friendship's dwindling when you just aren't communicating anymore, or you feel like you're the person always reaching out. That for me is kind of a indicator that, okay, I either need to have that conversation with my friend or maybe get another friend's perspective on it, because sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just being a little too overthinking it, and I will let you know, be like, hey, like, am I overreacting, or do you kind of see it too? And then that friend will kind of like reassure.
I think you bring up a really good point in the communication.
Yeah.
Just like reaching out and communicating that, and that's how you can spark the friendship again.
Yeah. Other people get busy. Like, I understand that too. Yeah.
And it could be maybe the spark starts off with, okay, here's how I feel.
Yeah.
But then you can lead with, this is what we're going to do to fix it. Yes. Or like not even fix it, but just have fun with it. And so a good way, my hair just came in front of my face. I'm just feeling romantic still.
It's all the love.
And one thing you can do with your friend, can you give us an example of how to like communicate with your friends and re-spark that?
So I think it's just different. Friends, especially my closest friends, I feel like I can go a month without speaking to them, and we'll pick up next month on a good conversation and talk for like 2 hours. It's all situational in your relationship with that person. Or like, I have a cousin who, my parents are Venezuelan, so I have a cousin who lives in Venezuela that I'm super close with, and there'll be times where she doesn't have internet for a long time, but then when she does, she'll send me a quick message, or if she's at work and she has internet, she'll send me a voice note. Like, she makes that little bit of effort and time, which I truly appreciate and love, and I'll be like, hey, it's so good to hear from you. Like, I miss you. I love you so much. Like, let's schedule a chat next time you're at work. So if we can make that conversation work and communication, like, how is it not, easy with other friendships where I know they might have more time or they have access to internet and they can just send like a quick thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we take things for granted. We do. And so just kind of picking up the phone and saying, maybe not then and there, but you schedule, hey, okay, in 2 weeks from now, let's put on our calendar that we're going to grab FaceTime, or we're going to watch a movie together, but virtually, you know, like, hey, you watch a movie and then we'll talk after.
It's the littlest things. Or you can both like book like an appointment together and then both spend that quality time together while getting something that you needed to get done also accomplished.
Yeah. Oh yeah, doing errands together too is fun. It's a good way to like, okay,
make errands fun.
Yeah, make errands fun, and just kind of sparking that.
A Target trip. Hello. There's so many ways.
I like that. And also knowing how to communicate and knowing what the other person. So I'm going to go into the love languages that you mentioned earlier. And so understanding what your partner's love language is can help you spark that chemistry.
Yes.
Because if you're trying to light the wrong fire, it's not going to light.
Right.
Like, it's
so your surroundings when lighting this fire.
So for me, I know like my husband is like a physical touch person, and I am a gift giver. So if I just keep giving him gifts, I'm not going to fulfill what he's looking for, or fulfill that love language part of, you know, his life.
So interesting. Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm giving you gifts and gifts and gifts. I feel good. I feel happy.
I'm the same way. It's so we both are dealing with the same thing right now. And so is my significant other.
And it's just like, I don't understand why you're not happy. And like, I still feel like we're in a routine. Nothing has changed. Yeah. And it's because, okay, wait a second. His love language is something else, physical touch. So now I'm, okay, how am I going to spark that? So when he, I don't know, we're in the kitchen and I like go up to him and give him a hug and just say how much I love you. Like that's going to spark, you know, that fire for him. So just understanding the love language. I know there's 5. So the 5 love languages are affirmation, words of affirmation.
Which I love. Tell me how much you care.
And you can be a couple of them. It doesn't even have to be one or the other.
Okay.
The other one is acts of service. So you know,
gifting.
Well, gifting is a different one. So acts of service.
So what's the difference?
So acts of service is, I even have it written down so I don't mess it up.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Doing things for other people. Okay. Doing things for other people that brings them joy.
Okay, so it's more of, not pleasing, but it's more of like doing thoughtful things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Can you be all of them?
I don't know. That's a good question. So maybe I like, this is crazy, but I like when the bed sheets are tucked in and like nice and made before I get in the bed. Okay. So maybe Nico does that. He actually like makes sure the bed is made before we go to bed.
That's so sweet.
And that's an accessory. Like that. That's really, that's a nice like gesture, I guess it would be. Okay. The other one is gifting. And the fourth one is quality time. So actually being present there. Like some people really enjoy, okay, like you're focused on me, we're talking.
Phone's away, like let's have you and me time.
Yeah. And then the last one is physical touch.
Okay. Being affectionate physically.
Yeah, exactly. And sparking that sexual chemistry, which is so important in a relationship, I think. And yeah, it can be a little weird to talk about, and some people don't care to talk about it. Some people like
#unfiltered.
Yeah, but it's so important. And there's, I mean, if you go through like a dry season, you better get back in that bed because it helps.
Get some lingerie, spice it up. Yeah. Sometimes that I think works more for me than for the other person. I feel like when I get lingerie, that motivates me so much more.
Yeah, and I feel sexy. Yes. It feels good.
So I don't know if that's just us or most women in general. Like, I feel like, because some women are like, oh, I have to put something cute on, or it's not for everybody, but it works for us, I guess.
Yeah, or you might relate to it.
Yeah, it puts us, like, in the mood.
Yeah, I think that's fun. So I think it's important to understand the love language of your significant other to be able to start and ignite that fire.
And as well as your own.
Yeah.
To communicate with your significant other.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good one. And just letting them know, hey, this is how I appreciate love. This is how I love. This is how I like to love. Love to love.
This is how I love.
Love to love.
It's so true. Well, I mean, with friendships, it's a little bit different. But again, those love language kind of come into play in different ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use this in the friendship.
Again, being thoughtful and considerate of them, or sending them like a cute note, or, hey, I saw this shirt that I think you'd love, and I always send her like a link to it. It's like I'm letting her know that like, I'm thinking of her, and I think it's something resourceful and useful for her.
Yeah, and that it's appreciative because I know, okay, like you're showing care for me, or vice versa. Like you can show care for someone.
Yeah.
Even if it's the smallest thing.
Right.
I think it goes a long way when you're being true to yourself and understanding like what the other person loves.
Okay.
Those little acts go a long way.
Yeah.
And they just bring light to the relationship.
Yeah. And
life is about having relationships. It is. And yes, I know the last episode we talked about alone time, which is so very important.
Yes.
But it's also important to have communication and socialize and be with other people.
Quality time with the people that you love and cherish around you as well.
Yeah, so don't lose that spark on that. No. Okay.
I have another question for you, though, with the gifting.
Okay.
Is there a time where you think you kind of go overboard with the gifting, or has your husband been like, okay, like, I get it, enough like gifting, like, I just want a hug or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm going to bring up something that happened this Christmas. I went way overboard, and I gifted him something very expensive.
Okay.
I mean, gifting, you don't have to gift something expensive.
Right.
But at this time, I gifted him something very, very expensive.
Okay.
And he is very financially conscious. Like, he's the type of, we talked about this, where he is our finance person in the family. He returned the gift. And he felt terrible doing it. And he told me, he's like, I'm sorry, like, I want to return it because financially I want to use that money towards something else for our family. And we literally just like held hands when we returned it. And that was, so like, I realized.
That is so cute.
Like, we held hands throughout the mall and we gave each other hugs.
But he
like,
communicated with you. It wasn't like he just returned it like behind your back. Like, he let you know, like, hey, you know, I just want to let you know, communicated it with you. That's really sweet. Good job.
Good job, Nico. Yeah.
Good job, Nico.
So I have gone overboard on gifting, but he let me know. And that kind of like reeled me back in and understanding, okay, wait, you know, physical touch is his. I don't know what his other ones are. I'm going to have to find that out because that might be helpful.
Yeah. But at least you know of one and you kind of focus on that one.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm a solid 3 out of those, honestly. Like, I couldn't really pick. Like, I love affirmation. Like, please tell me how you feel about me, that you care about me. Like, I love hearing it. Services, I'm very thoughtful when it comes to friendships and relationships. And gifting, I think sometimes I can go overboard, too.
Yeah.
But it's like my significant other right now, their birthday and Christmas is around the same time. So I don't know if I went overboard or if it was just because it was back to back. It felt like it was a lot at once.
That happens too when the birthday leads into Nico's birthday is also right next to Christmas and our anniversary.
Yes.
It's all within like 3 days.
Right.
Why did we do that to ourselves? I have no idea. Maybe because I do love Christmas.
Me too.
But yeah, it's hard to find that balance and understanding, you know, okay, is this going to spark something or is this going to cause a problem?
But that's fun. I mean, again, you just learn as you go. And with the friendship, going back to that, another thing or idea that I had is telling your friends, like, let's have a brunch day or a dinner day, whatever works. Because I know some people aren't so much into brunch, but some people love dinner. So it's like, let's catch an early dinner or go to the movies. Like, do date night with your friends too. Like, it's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And the more the merrier. Sometimes if it's like a group of friends, then do like a whole girls' night out of it. If it's just like a really close friend, then do a date night with them.
And maybe you do, I'm just thinking outside the box here. So maybe you do date nights and you go out with your friends all the time. Yeah. But you feel your relationship is still kind of like, it's missing.
Yeah.
Do something different. You know, maybe something that you're not used to doing with that friend, and just invite them to be like, okay, let's say we went out to dinner all the time, right? We're going out to dinner. You order this, I order that. I know your order by now.
It gets repetitive.
Yeah, and it gets repetitive. And so instead of just saying, hey, maybe this weekend, why don't we do a gym class together? Yeah. Something we've never tried before. Yes. Something that we're both new at. Let's feel uncomfortable. Let's go do something that we're like.
We're there for each other. Yeah. Let's get through it together.
Because also, like, that doesn't put like, okay, she's better at me than I'm better at her. If you have that mindset, sometimes that happens, and I fall into that too. So doing something that you've both never done can create this this bond that you're starting something new together and experiencing something new together. Yeah. And I think it's important too to kind of have that, let's say, like that experience together, so you can
grow together doing it.
Have that memory. Yeah. I think is really important too. And
or you can go to like a different restaurant, a different city also like helps too. Like also, especially if you're like local in your area, it gets really repetitive because there's only like so many restaurants you can keep going to. I feel like going to a different city nearby, whether it's like 45 minutes away or take like the train into the next city, it'll help so much, like just having a different atmosphere around you.
Yeah, and that can translate over to a romantic relationship and how to like...
Either one, yeah.
Yeah, doing something outside of your comfort zone with someone else is so impactful. Yeah. I think it's really cool. And if you're too afraid to kind of step out, maybe tell the other person that, hey, I would love to do this, but I'm shitting my pants. Like, I don't want to.
Idea.
And they can either be like, oh my gosh, me too. I'm crapping my pants too. Like, I don't want to do that. So then you find something else to do, or
Well, like,
you're both
what
like,
would scare you though? What's something that like, what are you gonna do? Go like skydiving? Like, what's something that you want to do together that'll be scary?
I've actually gone skydiving
No
before.
way! I didn't know that. I want to do it.
I wouldn't do it now because I have a family.
That's because you have kids. Yeah, I'm not there yet, so I feel like I could still go out and have fun. I definitely want to try it.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It's exactly what everyone says. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We went down to, what is it called? Past Miami in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Not Hope
Sounds
Sound.
safe.
It's not Hope Sound because Hope Sound's that way. I know it sounds
Yeah.
safe, right? In the
Middle of nowhere.
field.
Well, I guess you kind of have to if you want like an open field
Homestead.
to like land. Okay.
Homestead in Miami.
Okay.
And it's just like a big open field of wheatgrass. And we went and and it's important to pick the time that you're going to fall from the sky. It's important to pick a time because we picked the latest time so we can see the sunset.
Oh, that's pretty.
And it was so beautiful.
That sounds like a fun day to spark it up.
Yeah.
Spice it up. Spark it up.
Yeah. Just spark it.
Yeah.
My chair again.
It's okay. We got some squeaky chairs.
Yeah, that was really fun. So yeah, do something exciting and something that you.
Yeah, that would be definitely something I would be more nervous about, but it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Get your adrenaline going.
Or maybe seeing like a scary movie. Some people don't like to, but it's like, okay, let's try it.
Yeah. I'd do it for somebody, but it's not something I'd be like first thought to do. But again, it's doing something for them that you both probably would enjoy and vice versa.
Yeah, or like even in the beginning, like taking pictures in front of people. I was I still am a little bit nervous when I do it, but
Really?
I have to tell myself. But knowing that I'm here with, like, I'm used to not doing it with you, that I have that confidence. So picking something, like, if you've always wanted to take a picture in front of XYZ, but it's always crowded, like, maybe bring your friend and be like, hey, I've always wanted to do this. Come do this with me.
Yeah.
And I think that's fun.
Okay, so going back to gifting and also the picture thing, I have seen this on TikTok several times where women do calendars for their significant others in like lingerie or like fun outfits or like fun scenarios as like a thoughtful gift. And I thought that was so fun. That I can't wait to do that.
You make a calendar out of your photos?
Yeah, so you like get like an awesome photographer you feel comfortable with or like a best friend to like take pictures of you. And it's the cutest thing to see, like, so they record their significant other's reactions to them giving them the calendar.
Like
they don't show the picture. Yeah.
What is it called?
Boudoir shoot. Boudoir.
Boudoir. French.
It can be whatever kind of cute thing, though. It could be, like, you just in, like, scenarios that he would like. Like, imagine you in, like, a headset with, like, a video, like, control or something.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, your husband would love that.
I do have a friend who specializes in that photography.
Yes,
and
that'd
she's
be so
local
fun.
here.
We should do that.
She's local here in West Palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know. Her name is Maggie Alvarez Photography. I'm just going to tell her, because her work is amazing. Please, like, reach out to her, and she specializes in that as well. She did my wedding and my engagement photos. She has a beautiful family, and I think it'd be really special for her right now if you reached out to her.
Especially around this time of year, like, you just want to spread the love, and I just think it's something fun to do something different for you that makes you feel really good and powerful, and at the same time, you're giving it to your significant other to enjoy and, like, see you in a different kind of light.
Talk about sparking with that. Having photos, like sexy photos.
Yes.
That's...
And you feel good.
Gifting, it's
kind of service in a way.
Yeah, here you go. You're keeping yourself organized on the calendar. No, and also it might spark that like physical touch. AKA, you guys know how that works.
Shoot.
But yeah, I like that a lot.
And again, if like a photographer isn't like in your budget, you can also just ask like some like your sibling or a best friend, like, hey, like this is something I want to do, and it might be like in your budget range, as well.
Yeah, that's cool. And like we could have gone on a whole bunch of different ways to go on dates and have these moments, and I think it's important. So like just to remember, like just to be understanding, like communicative of your friendship and just speaking, what you're feeling in the moment and creating that emotional connection. Yeah. And then doing something fun, leading up, like do a layup with something fun. Have a good, deep conversation and be like, okay, now we're going to go do something fun. And it's just like
mixing it up.
Yeah, it creates like a good memory to have. And then your brain remembers that relationship and it's like, I felt so good with that person. So it's like a good ongoing thing. And then the other one was knowing the love languages that we spoke about. And then what else was there? We just went all over the place.
Just like calling your friends was the beginning, like making sure you kind of touch base with them, whether it's been a long time, whether it's you sending a voice note, scheduling a FaceTime video, whatever it may be. Just make time for them in that time slot, or give them a friendly reminder like, hey, I'm here for you, or hey, let's hang out, it's been a while. Just like a quick, hey, I remembered, let's get together soon.
Yeah, just feel like our friendship is missing something, and we're gonna do something to spark it back up. And then just like the sexual aspect and like sparking that chemistry is important too, and don't forget about that.
Yeah, lingerie works for us. It helps.
Sure. Sometimes I'm still wearing my granny panties, but it's okay.
Whatever works.
It gets the job done.
I just feel like lingerie is just so underrated. Like, sometimes you just want to, like, a cute new bra can do such great things, like, mentally for you. And then for them, it's like, oh, this is new.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that too. And I hope everyone had a very good Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And keep that momentum going.
Keep the love going.
Keep the love going. Keep enjoying life. Live life to its fullest.
Yes.
And don't fall into a rut.
No.
Yeah, step out of that. As soon as you see the key, like, find what that key is. Like, what that, like, I guess the key. I'm going to call it a key. Find out what that key is. And when you see, okay, hey, something's not right, or it's boring, or it's mundane, and I want to spark it, then go out and do something about it. And don't be afraid to step out of the comfort zone and doing something about it, and just
spark those connections, whether it's intimate, whether it's friendships, whether it's your significant other.
And then you'll know if you're sparking it and nothing happens, then just move on and just kind of let it go. And it's okay to let it go, and people grow and change, and so don't feel discouraged when you're trying to spark their chemistry and it's not going anywhere.
Just trust your gut.
Yeah.
Usually it's right.
We have faith in you guys.
Yes.
We do. And thank you so much for listening.
So much. We love you guys.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yes, please. Send us DMs. Don't be shy. Whatever you need, we're here for you.
Yeah, please. Like, just reach out on our direct message, or even comment on our stuff if anything you want us to talk about.
We just want to engage more and listen to you guys and what you guys want to hear as well.
Yeah, and maybe we can read some of your stories if you've had an experience on something, or if you tried something that we've said on our podcast. We would love to hear
that'd be so fun.
How it helped you or how it didn't help you.
Yes, the good and the bad,
unfiltered. Hopefully good, unfiltered. And thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Love you.
Bye.